as far as Salah or Hazard for captain this week, let's get into captaincy, because that is always a popular topic. Who do we want to be captaining for this game week? Now, just so everyone is aware, if you didn't know, now you should know. Hazard has a lower back injury. Potential return could be this game week coming up, 28th. So, he's currently being assessed, 75% chance of playing. He's by no means ruled out. But just be aware that Hazard has apparently got a back injury. It's apparently confirmed. It's on Premier Injuries. I trust them. So Hazard could have a back injury. Because of that, do you want to rest the captaincy armband on him? I mean, if it is an injury and he doesn't play at all, are they going to bring him on as a sub? They have done it before this season. So I would probably be leaning towards not captaining him unless I heard that he was definitely starting, because against Burnley have conceded the most shots so far this season. It is at Burnley Stadium though. Maybe Hazard could do something. You've got Leicester against West Ham, Savardi, Madison, potentials, but would I go there? Probably not. We've got, I would have said Brighton against Wolves. Murray would have been a shout, but problem is Murray with that, I don't know if he actually got a concussion, but he got a very bad knock to the head and looked like he was concussed. So I probably wouldn't risk it on Murray. You've got Salah against Cardiff. Cardiff have just conceded a lot of goals to, well, 2 goals. Liverpool seem to be struggling though. They're not as free-flowing as you'd expect, but Cardiff is a nice fixture. And Cardiff have conceded a lot of goals against some of the big teams. So I do like the look of Salah. You've got Watford against Huddersfield. If Deeney or Gray were around, maybe I'd consider them. You've got Fulham against Bournemouth. Again, that's a fixture that could have a lot of goals. If you've got Mitrovic, you could consider it. Would I go for a Bournemouth player? They're very unpredictable so far this season. They seem to either score lots of goals or really disappoint. Man United against Everton. I will talk about Martial later, but I don't think there's anyone I would actually captain in that game. And Arsenal Crystal Palace, again, you could look at Lacazette. Lacazette looks the most nailed on now, when at the start of this season he wasn't. So you could definitely look at Lacazette. So my favourite options probably, I mean, Man City against Tottenham, you could still see Man City getting some points there. But my favourite options would be Mohamed Salah against Cardiff. If Hazard is definitely fit for the Burnley game, Hazard is an option. Other than that, I like the idea of Lacazette against Palace. Of course, that does depend on what happens in this game, but I think those are probably the 3 I'd go for. My pick is most likely going to be Mohamed Salah. I'm waiting for that game where he scores a hatful, and I personally think the way he finished his chance in the previous game and the way he just missed the other chance, I personally think he may be finding his finishing again, which would be great, which would be absolutely fantastic, because we want more than 1 goal from him at some point when you're spending 12.8 on a player. That being said, at least he's still scoring.